We got a video here by Colonello. Rahar. This item broke RuneScape's economy, featuring Critical. From what I know is monkey nuts, but that's about it. I know about the monkey nuts jokes. This guy here, Pancake, saying monkey balls. All right,
one joke.
That's a different video game. That's not RuneScape. All right, one joke.
Changed the RuneScape economy forever. Years later, the effects of this joke still influence RuneScape's markets today.
It influences me.
One item, monkey
At
nuts.
any time.
This is Critical, also known as Charlie or
Monkey Nuts. Hi Key. Anytime we play a game with gold, I always ask John, "Do you got monkey nuts?"
And
this is why.
That make my channel's views look like a flat line.
I ask my homies,
biggest creators
monkey
online
nuts
right now. At the very least, you've probably heard him say this.
What's he gonna do? Oh, his
Now, Charlie likes video games and has played hundreds of them for viewers. But one many of his fans don't know about is his love for RuneScape.
Doesn't he play RuneScape in the background, like of his streams half the time? Like he could be playing like Doom or something and just be like getting his wood cutting in the back.
And streamed it live to his massive audience. He accidentally created the perfect storm for something unprecedented to happen.
Here we go.
Charlie playing old school was pretty crazy news to the RuneScape community. Back in 2017,
I'd imagine that probably like boosted numbers.
He was one of the most famous content
which is pretty cool.
to ever play the game, and his streams would surpass even RuneScape's most famous players in view count by a significant
That's not surprising, John. That's not surprising. The most played game.
Some of Charlie's wealthier fans
I'm gonna watch it through here. I feel like this makes a lot more sense.
And armor.
Now I'm just looking at the chat. I'm looking at the screen.
Well, others took a different approach. Rather than flood him with wealth, they flooded him with items with little to no use or value.
It's funny. From what I understand is he got a bunch of junk and then it just made the economy crazy because he had more of that than the gold and inflation or something. I don't know.
And
I just find this like the craziest thing.
A lot of garbage in his landfill, like 18,000 kebabs.
I'm the trash man. That's what he said.
Lenses, and of course, the occasional rope and chair. In his next stream, he recruited his friend Trevor to be his guide, as trying to play a game you haven't played in a decade.
Talking about the Oregon Trail and stuff. Yeah, you definitely. I couldn't imagine that'd be fun.
Just to get it out of the way,
he gave them the chair.
Pretty alike, even if they don't.
I can imagine being Charlie playing RuneScape would be fun if people chased him.
Wait, can they not hear you?
Wait, can they not hear me?
I don't know.
Go Charlie, go! You need to kill the demon. Okay, they're just yapping in the chat.
People say that, but I don't hear that. I guess.
I don't either.
I love how he just decided to be the trash man, though. He eats garbage.
A player named Park Smack traded Charlie 10 monkey nuts.
Oh no! This is where it starts.
Well, not much really changed.
Monkey Nuts is just such a funny name for an item in the game, though.
But everybody knows that's a hilarious name for an item.
Yeah,
however,
what I just said.
If we put on our amulet of British speak, it just means peanuts.
Peanut.
Without knowing that beforehand,
I did not know that. Monkey Nut means peanuts.
Never guessed that
hey, yo, we're learning today. This is the learning channel. Before TLC went crazy.
2 shells, and I guess this is supposed to be the interior nut. Next stream, Monkey Nuts returned in full force. It started off with just a few players here and there trading Charlie.
They gave him so many though.
When he went to go check up on his
it's crazy.
He said something that would open the floodgates.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Monkey Nuts at? I want to see what my total of Monkey Nuts is.
He's gonna have like
190 Monkey Nuts.
You guys are fucking slacking.
Yeah.
This is gonna be bad. This is where it turns bad. I couldn't imagine.
Now someone understands.
I think you know what? I'll say this.
Over the
This is the equivalent of playing like Tarkov or something, and then one dumb item just becomes like super expensive for no reason.
Even Trevor was
but that's like the currency now.
Clanks fucking set me up.
People don't care about gold.
Did he? Let me see it.
I rule this city, Spider-Man.
Of course, anyone who dresses like a king is a king.
Maybe that's a bad evaluation, but
gambling bots. So this outfit would obviously give Trevor the authority to collect taxes from other players.
Taxing.
So he started receiving.
Dude, I like how they like started their own business. Like
1,000 kebabs, Trevor.
They became the government.
3,000 today, dude.
Really? You have 3,000 kebabs?
They became the government of RuneScape. There's no way.
I charge on Varrock earlier with my merryman.
This meme became a problem for sure.
Yeah, that's me. I changed my name.
He's such a piece
King,
of shit.
Dude,
he's the
I'm
king
embracing
daddy.
you, come on.
I am the law. There you go,
Trevor also
Pancake.
got into the monkey nut business.
Yeah, someone just gave me 1,000 monkey nuts, Charlie.
Yeah, then they all gave up to Charlie.
never
Charlie
beat my
became the
monkey nuts.
sole
Alright, everyone give me
supplier.
monkey nuts, I
He had a
need more.
monopoly on monkey
Unconcerned
nuts, if
with
I'm
the
right.
threat of the loss of
I'm
his
pretty sure he had a
kingdom,
monopoly on
Charlie
monkey
needed
nuts.
to get to 30 fire making
Using
and
the
went to
ring
the
that
Grand
teleports you
Exchange
to the
for
castle
his
where you
15-minute
compete
grind.
and
As you'd expect
capture
from
the-
RuneScape
oh, okay.
community, players would light
Yeah, I'm not
fires
trying
and
to- I'm
plant
trying not to
flowers
pause
under
too
his feet
much,
to make this grind
but
15 hours.
if-
At the
if
same
I have something
time,
very,
King
like,
Trevor was there
somewhat
collecting
long-winded, I will.
taxes. Charlie and Trevor would finally be in one
Okay,
place at
here we
the
go.
same time for a long
Okay.
period of time.
Are they just gonna-
And
what's-
it
I'm
just so
very
happens
curious.
to be the most
I'm very
popular
curious what
area
happens
in the
here.
game. Hundreds of players
Did they all
rushed
just give
into
him
the
his
Grand
monkey nuts?
Exchange and
I swear
began
they just gave
trading
him
them
monkey
all
nuts.
sorts of junk items. But monkey nuts were, of course, the funniest.
Yes,
Just
yes,
given
yes.
500 chairs, 250
Dude,
ropes,
imagine having, like-
1,000 shrimps,
like
2,000
millions of monkey nuts in your
6,000
inventory.
kebabs,
2,000 monkey
You literally
nuts?
have all the monkey
2,000
nuts in the
monkey nuts,
game.
Charlie, I'm coming for your kingdom.
makes so
I'm
much.
up to 7k.
This
You're
is
up to
nuts.
7K monkey. Why are you?
7k.
How the fuck are you getting these monkey nuts? How do you?
My boy 30.
People are just trading
He's
stuff
like the
too. This is
Ethereum to
wild.
my Bitcoin of monkey nuts. I'm at
Yeah, it's just the
719.
stock market. No, this is like the equivalent of a meme coin. I think this is the better comparison.
I'm behind by
It's
like
just a
500.
meme coin.
This is when things
It's straight up
really
just a meme
started to
coin,
go
but in
nuts,
fucking
with Charlie and
RuneScape.
Trevor now officially competing against each
There's
other
no
for
way,
the
bro.
largest sack of nuts. The entire chat
Not the
was
sack of
bit
nuts.
with the
That is
monkey
true.
nut
They put the
fever.
We
monkey
doubled the
nuts in
price
their
of monkey nuts
sack.
in one day.
Oh
Wait,
no.
what? Really?
They went from 250 to 700 now, actually.
The
Jagex must
value.
be scratching their head. What the
The
fuck is going on
value.
with the monkey nut prices?
Yeah, artificial
When Charlie
scarcity.
took a
There you
short
go.
break from fire
McDonald's
making
Rick and
to
Morty
take some
sauce. Yes,
trades,
that's also
in less
yes.
than a minute, he
That's a
was
good
gifted
comparison.
Over 10,000
Dude,
monkey nuts.
I'm
But
an
this
apple.
was just the
Supply and
beginning.
demand.
Now
It's gonna
is a
go
good
up,
time
yeah.
to explain what a monkey nut actually does. They were added to the game back
This
in
is so funny.
2004,
Okay, I'm glad that we're
along with
getting,
the Monkey Madness
some lore
quest.
here.
After completing the quest, you
Yeah,
could
yeah, yeah.
purchase them from a food stall on
Oh,
Apatow
jeez.
for 3 GP.
I did not
each.
realize
At the
RuneScape
time, they
was
didn't
so
do
wacky.
anything except heal 4 hit points. However, when the farming skill was released
Oh,
a
so
year
people started
later,
farming-
they were given an additional function.
Wait a
They
minute.
could be used to
No.
pay gardeners
They pay
to
gardeners?
protect spirit trees that you plant.
Oh,
However,
no.
you don't unlock
Okay, I'm
spirit
learning.
trees until
Hold on,
level
hold on.
83
They
farming,
control the
and
lucky
there's limits to how
calculation.
many you can plant at a time.
This is
Despite
crazy.
only being worth 3 GP from a food stall,
They're not
they rose
anymore.
to around 250 GP
Dude,
on the Grand
imagine just, like,
Exchange, as they were
oh my
such an
gosh.
obscure and annoying to get
That's
item.
crazy.
Unless you've completed Monkey Madness 2 to get access to the
Two?
bank on Apatow,
There was a
there's no
sequel?
way to efficiently buy and bank them
That's
over
nuts.
and over. At
There's a
best,
dang
you could do
sequel,
an
bro.
inventory every few minutes instead of every 5 seconds. Looking
Every
at
2
the Grand
minutes instead of
Exchange
every 5
volume
seconds.
chart,
Oh,
only a
this-
few thousand
Dude,
of these were
Jagex
bought
must have
and
just
sold
been like,
every
oh,
day,
no.
which meant
What has
Charlie and
happened?
Trevor were receiving
Oh,
the average
no.
daily volume of monkey nuts every few minutes.
I have in total 24,000
Daily volume
monkey
every
nuts.
few
What do you
minutes.
I have 13,000.
Monkey Nuts the sequel,
so we're
yeah.
up to 37k. Assuming
Yeah.
they're worth
I
700
knew they had a
gold,
bunch.
Roughly. We
That's
have
millions.
26 million gold worth
That's
of monkey
millions,
nuts.
bro.
Over the course of the next hour, Trevor and
We got
Charlie
Monkey
would
Madness
receive
2 before
thousands
GTA 6. There you
upon
go.
Thousands of nuts,
Real.
driving the price higher and
Bro,
higher.
there's
as
no
fans
way,
rushed
man.
to buy up as many as they could. Players in their
Dude,
stream chat
dude.
even began trying to flip
Everybody
monkey
tried to get the
nuts,
monkey
with
nuts
many
to
of them
flip.
making millions as they continued to rise.
Dude,
The
I know
supply of monkey
Jagex
nuts
was mad. I
available
wonder what
was
they
so
did. Did they do
low that they
anything?
had climbed in price
This is
from
what I want to know. Like, obviously they did
250
something, but I wonder
to
what they did. I don't remember.
10,000.
Like, I have a
Combined, Charlie
vague
and Trevor
recollection,
were holding on
because
to
this was
over
so long ago.
200 million GP worth of nuts. Both the
2
old school
million
and
GP.
RS3 subreddit began getting flooded with
Nuts,
posts
nuts,
about monkey
nuts.
nuts and why they were rising.
Yeah, so
Then
people didn't
the
know.
unthinkable
That's funny to think that people just
More
didn't
monkey nut
realize.
insider info. Rumor has it that late
Here we go.
MAGA
Oh,
Lord
geez.
himself, Donald Trump, has begun investing in monkey
$2
nuts in order to help
million
sus-
monkey
stabilize
balls.
the U.S. economy. When asked for a comment, Trump said, "Holy shit, I'm so fucking moist. Please rub my baby. Please just rub me hard."
Now that is something
Stop.
remarkable. I imagine
that sounds
Dan
legit.
Bilzerian will follow suit.
Not
and he could be investing in
Dan.
monkey nuts at any moment here.
I like
Will
how they
this
just
affect the
turned
North
this
Korean
into.
and South Korean
This is
tension?
like
I'll find out
solid
more than I
roleplay.
did.
This is
But
good
how
meme.
long could this
I
monkey
respect
nut mania
this,
last?
but
Were things going
unfortunately,
too
like for the
bananas?
players of RuneScape,
Well,
they got
you know how the
ruined.
saying goes: the faster they rise, the harder
they fall.
or
Yep, I
something
do know
along
that
those
saying. No, I
lines.
know the
About
saying.
2.5
Thank you.
hours since
I know
they
the
started
saying.
rising,
This guy's not
Charlie
like, you know
attempted
the
to
saying. I know the
purchase
saying.
nuts just to get an idea of what the of what the
Here we
value
go.
was sitting at.
According to Tatsumaki
Oh, jeez.
513,
Oh,
he's
jeez.
having difficulty selling his monkey nuts
Probably because
for a
they're too
modest
expensive.
12.10. This could be
Not
the end of the
12.10.
monkey nut economy. Well,
It's gonna crash. It's gonna get too high. That's eventually gonna crash.
Let's say I wanted to buy 1 monkey nut from the market. I'll do the experiment.
Is this what we're
So
saying?
you take your 10,000 coins. You're not even guaranteed a single monkey nut.
It's over.
Well, let's say
It's over.
Let's say I wanted a monkey nut. I want a single monkey.
It's hard to do anything when content creators have influence on the server this much because they're making people want to play. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'd imagine it's a funny meme. I respect it, but at the same time, it is kind of ruining other players' experiences a little bit. Because gold,
it only cost me 500 GP.
Because gold's gonna be, yeah.
It looks like it's over for monkey nuts, ladies and gentlemen.
You've heard it here.
The popped.
It's game over for the monkey nuts.
It popped.
Let's see what lasted.
It had a great run.
Despite what Charlie and Trevor said, this wouldn't be the end for
But it's not the end.
In fact, you can make a ton of money
It's not the end for monkey nuts.
We're not there yet. 2 years
So
after
it's
the
still
monkey nuts
relevant today. I guess that is true. Like an economy like that, obviously, it's still gonna be somewhat relevant. That's crazy.
Where he informed viewers his
didn't he get
collection
like
had grown from just 25,000 to a massive 1.2 million, which at the current market prices was
1.2 million.
A month later, he made another video.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a monopoly.
He had teamed up with other
RuneScape first monopoly.
to form the Bed, Bath, and Nut, a collective dedicated to.
So what are they doing?
Well, I'm sure you already.
There's
know.
everyone I can think of as WoW getting DDoSed.
Had grown to 4.
Oh, dude, that sounds terrible.
Nuts. It was so valuable, it was equivalent to the price of a Twisted Bow at nearly 1.3 billion GP.
Dude, so I didn't even realize items could get this expensive in RuneScape. That's nuts.
Just to reach a max stack. Charlie wanted to go even
No pun
further.
intended.
Now, in the case of monkey nuts, if we do hit 2.1
I feel so bad. I did not mean to say that.
Anymore, which is a sin. That's a crime against humanity. So what Jagex will be forced to do is create a new item that I imagine they call the platinum nut, platinum monkey nut, whatever they choose to call it. So that way I can continue.
Dude, I do that when I play Scroll in Mobile Rivals. I say nut. I just love I love this.
But I believe we can do it as long as you do your part.
Monkey nut. This is great.
9 months
later,
that's
a fat
Charlie
sack. Yeah,
another video
it's a fat sack of monkey nuts for sure.
Over doubled to 10
doubled
million
to 10 million monkey nuts.
I still needed answers.
But yes,
how big
John,
are Charlie's nuts
so
now?
this is an explanation of my monkey nut. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about when I say monkey nuts. Okay, you're understanding now, hopefully.
So the first question, probably on everyone's mind,
I'm sure you knew it was an item in RuneScape, but what you didn't know was about this crisis.
Just over 11 million.
How big are Charlie's nuts now?
I'm also curious how many Trevor had left and reached
monkey
out.
nut NFTs.
It turns out he left the business a while ago.
So you left the monkey nut business.
Pay for 99 herb lore. I think it paid for like 96 to 99 through staminas.
No, dude, this is nuts.
It sense that Trevor would exit when he did.
This is nuts. This is crazy. I can't say this is nuts. I gotta stop. I'm not attempting to actually do it. That's just my normal vocab.
And of course, 3 Oscars for his performance.
3 Oscars.
Boys 5 Bill.
Okay.
A series
okay.
Many of you
looks like we're kind of
fans may remember.
slowing down a little bit. This
I
is
don't
cool
know
though.
If you remember saying this because you know, it's been like 5
What's
years,
going on?
But is your end goal still getting the platinum nut?
Yeah.
The platinum nut.
It'll probably take eons, but god damn it, I know we'll get
so
there
there's
eventually.
like another item then.
I'm excited. We're
That's
gonna
funny.
Hit, and it's gonna be.
Did he ever get it? Did he ever get it? Do we have an update?
Supposed to be a pun. I just like.
Is there an update? Did he ever get the platinum nut?
Something else that would be nuts would be you selling
Here we
your
go.
whole collection. But I found a Reddit comment
Here we
while
go.
doing research for this
What's up?
video
What's up?
that
What's up?
said that Jagex
Reddit
had
comments.
reached out to you and basically said, "Hey, if you dump all these nuts
Is
on
this
the
true?
market, we're gonna ban you." Is that true?
Is this true?
No, they never said that.
Yeah, why would they do that?
The idea was market
Rude.
manipulation. If I
Yeah.
sold all my monkey nuts at one time, like dumped it, then
That'd be
that
bad.
would probably be considered a case of market manipulation.
Yeah, that'd be really bad.
I think that's probably where that stemmed from. If I had to
Oh,
guess.
man.
They never reached out or anything though. They haven't even
No
acknowledged
market
my monkey
manipulation.
nuts, if you can believe that.
Really? That
It's
is
funny.
That's actually
It's
just a
crazy.
shame.
I would think
I know.
Jagex
It
would
blows
like have
my mind.
noticed
I
or
don't even
said
have a
something
statue
or
in the
whatever.
game or anything for it.
Wow, not even a statue.
That's crazy.
Nope.
The
Nothing.
monkey nuts are still relevant then, huh?
We gotta get Jagex on that.
Are they still relevant today? I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully we can pull that.
Somebody tell me. Somebody in
So you
RuneScape
don't stream
probably does.
RuneScape as much as maybe other games.
He does in the
Do
background.
people
I know he
still
does in
give
the
you monkey
background.
nuts whenever you do.
Yep, every time I go on, I start taxing monkey nuts, of course.
So before I continue the interview,
doing the monkey
earlier in the video, I
That's
said
so
that
funny.
monkey nuts had a lasting effect
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
RuneScape economy.
Okay, this is interesting.
Well,
This is what I'm more
rumored,
interested
as a
in.
result of all this, collecting monkey nuts
what's up?
was added to the RuneScape Wiki's money-making guide list, which
That's so
has
funny.
over time caused the average daily volume trading
That's
for
so
them
funny.
to shoot up dramatically from 5 to
Pure
10K
monkey
a
nuts,
day
hand them
to
over.
over
I know.
35K.
At this point, like you're
Now,
playing
you
like
could just
Oblivion,
say,
and the
"Oh,
Highwayman's
there's
gonna
more
come
of a
up.
demand
He
for
doesn't
monkey
want
nuts
gold.
because the player base
Highwayman's gonna be
has
like, give me your
leveled
monkey
up and
nuts.
also grown
I just smacked my mic.
50% since 2017.
But yeah.
Which you'd be right, but the
Well,
volume
I smacked my
traded
mic
has
arm.
increased much more than 50%.
Give me your
People
nuts.
obviously are not just buying these things just to use them for spirit trees, and I hope nobody's
Your
using them
monkey
for
nuts
food.
are your
Plus,
life.
whenever
There you
Charlie
go.
goes live on Twitch playing RuneScape, this happens.
Does it go
This
up when Charlie's
money-making
on?
method exists and thrives mainly because of one guy who
That's
occasionally
wild.
plays RuneScape live.
That's wild.
This is why it's changed.
When Charlie's
RuneScape's
on, it
market
goes
forever.
up.
There's
That's so
truly
funny.
nothing else like this happening in the game, and especially
He's
not for
really
this
swaying
long.
it.
I of course.
Yeah, there's no, like,
wanted to
wipes or
ask
anything,
Charlie
so, like,
if he
you
was
can't-
aware just how much money this meme
So,
has made people.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's
pretty
wild.
Awesome, though.
Like, if this were to happen in, like, Dark and Darker or, like, Tarkov or something like that, the wipes would, like, kill this immediately.
I did, however, at one point have a collection of vodka. I had like 30k vodka. or
Okay, this is
50K
new.
vodka,
This is
and
new.
that
I
was
didn't know
right
this.
Before Fossil Island dropped, and you needed vodka for a quest requirement, but it was such a low traded
Oh, no.
item on the Grand Exchange
Oh,
that they
no.
were selling for $1 mil per vodka. On that day,
Did he have
if
a
I
bunch?
If I hadn't missed it, I just didn't log in. If I didn't miss it, I
You
could have
didn't
been a
log in.
fucking trillionaire just dumping my vodka.
Right? You'd be like,
That's
Staker
crazy.
level, like,
Yep.
You know, I kind of
buy
think it's cool that
anything.
RuneScape
I know,
has an
I
economy
still
like that.
regret that. I
I
still
think that's
think about
awesome.
that.
I really wasn't
you
aware
like
of
it,
how like
Yep, there was so much money
intricate
on the table
RuneScape
for
was
my
because I remember
vodka
playing it as a
collection, and I
kid.
just didn't-
I'm sure a lot of
I
people did
didn't
as
know.
well.
I didn't know.
But
Something
I think that's
you
awesome
might
that
not
Jagex
know
can do that.
about is the insane underground world of Infernal Cape selling. I interviewed one of the game's oldest
Nice.
sellers and
Look
talked
at
about
this.
stuff like
This guy's
how he's done
interviewing and
capes for
stuff.
streamers while they were live
Again.
and so much
Again.
more. Check it out on the right.
Nice.
Welcome,
Okay,
quiz
well, that was
champion.
not quiz champions. All right. Well, once again, Colonello, thank you very much. That cannot believe Charlie. I cannot believe Charlie did the monkey nut trade, and it's still effective today. And dude out here collecting trash, turning it into monopolies and businesses. Market going up, market's going down, but it's not manipulation because he's not dumping all the way. The man thrives off monkey balls.